this point, yeah, it's going to be interesting, man, because, the points from the draft, I feel like they were really playing a, guess game, because that's kind of where we are with the meta. A lot of things can be flexed, but like you said, the Claude's not going to be picked up this time, although we did see the Beatrix, getting that Savage yesterday and performing really well. So maybe, part of that plan is for brands to kind of replicate that. It's interesting to see how Beatrix kind of fell off a little bit after her, time, throughout M4 was it? And now where she is being still picked up. Okay, hold on. Early aggression.
Good quad shadow back and forth from Annabelle. Hades going to be very, very low, but Clockhood was not able to follow it up. So, yeah, speaking of the Beatrix, I agree. Beatrix has kind of fallen in the prio meta, but in the prio of both patches coming back and forth. We did see a few Beatrix games in MPL Indonesia, but it was mainly CW who was the one utilizing it. For brands, as usual, you kind of flip the coin. Are you going to get Mr. Bombastic, or maybe you're going to get Mr. Fantastic? So far, it's been fantastic, though, for brands.
Yeah, we'll see, how he's able to use this. Again, I always say, Beatrix has pretty much a gun for every situation, and that's what makes her still strong in this. But going against the carry, I think you can play around the advantage that you can play at range if you want to, whereas, the carry pick for Vanix is a lot more kind of put into a box here, and later on has to pop off. But I guess that's where you're really trying to play around the fact that NIP Flash has this hero that is at 100% win rate, and that's the Loi Yi in Curtizi's hands. So far, no teams have dealt with the Loi Yi just yet. Ooh. And you're getting a glimpse at just why. Because this early on, two minutes in, look how much damage Loi Yi is able to pump out, especially when you get the passive off here, and it gets that vacuum effect like they mentioned on the desk. So with that, Turtle's going to be up here. JPL's not level 4 just yet.
Oh, the damage. Oh my god, Dreams! He's a frontliner, and he's taking that much damage from Diablo. And you can see, that's why Lethal Ignition on this Paquito. Hades on it right now with the Alpha. Wild Charge, a flicker right into JPL. Able to find Fluffy there. And Diablo's able to zone away Dreams from this Turtle. Forces Black Dragon from his Annabelle. Goes into the Quad Shadow and the Shadow Kill. That's what re-engages. The first blood will be claimed together with a double kill. Annabelle online.
Gets the Sky Piercer already. Again, 1,500 gold for that Sky Piercer. Picks it up at the 3-minute mark. EVOS Glory with a huge skirmish win already. Yeah, they gave up the Turtle, but does it really matter with this lineup that they're going to go for? I mean, we're going to take a look at the replay here brought to us by STC, and you can see this great setup. We even get a little pause here to see just how good it was, man. The Petrify was on point, and, that's something that NIP Flash has to worry about. The fact that you have to worry about Fluffy setting in with the Dragon Form and then the Petrify combination. And even for Dreams, so far we've seen Ruby just do such amazing things for whatever teams decide to draft her for the composition. So there's a lot that EVOS Glory can play around, and the same can be said. I mean, Annabelle, once again, rolling with that Warcry emblem, going to really help here.
And it's the layering, right? Coming back from EVOS Glory again. I mentioned it yesterday when I was on the analyst stand, but the fact that now, with Hayabusa, again for... Well, I'm offended on the JPL. They're able to steal it away, but back to the point, Annabelle on an Assassin, not an X-Borg. The layering just feels so much better because they can deplete NIP Flash of all their resources, and then Annabelle comes in to clean up. And that's what we saw, even with the Warcry. Usually we see, Lethal Ignition?
Yeah.
But Annabelle's been doing great so far. Picks up the boots as well, so... With the Sky Piercer first, I'm expecting him to snowball while charge JPL. Knocking Dreams up straight into the damage of Hades, right into the Spear of Alpha as well. But another realm comes down by Clockhood. No wild charge to play with Dreams, able to escape, and Vanix gets the fadeaway kill as Clockhood now is forced back from the Ghost Bursters coming down in his way. Look at Annabelle again with the Sky Piercer. Getting rid of 2, finding a double, and the executes from that passive.
It just got a lot scarier now. If you're NIP Flash dealing with Annabelle, it's gonna... Oh, wait.
With the Quad Shadow back and forth. One more Quad Shadow left there, and Curtizi's gonna walk on it. But Annabelle's not gonna take it. He knows Vanix is there. Diversion from Curtizi. Where is it gonna go? They don't decide to take it now, but...
Little fake out.
4-0 on the Hayabusa. Annabelle is an absolute beast.
And maybe that's the answer, to this 100% win rate, Loi Yi. Get this Hayabusa online, 4-0, start snowballing, and hope that you're able to go ahead and cap out and proc that Sky Piercer. But look at this Turtle.
I'm offended. Not able to connect. Hades still able to secure the Turtle right now as the Shadow Kill again deals with everyone. JPL forced to flicker back as Fluffy goes in with the Black Dragon form. Unable to get the rage. Still dives in. The passive ticks down, and JPL gets taken out under his own tier 1. The Ghost Bursters back and forth, bouncing on the NIP Flash members. And EVOS Glory, is that a win?
Yeah, I would say so. You know, with that, it seems like they don't care too much about the objectives as another turtle goes through. Diversion? Do they know?
Yeah, they knew. Fluffy was able to spot it out earlier. No Petrify to be used up. Dreams, no Flicker too, so we can't go for that I'm offended pick. But Brands has been scaling very well too, just farming up.
JPL's here now though too. We'll see if they can just kind of keep this at a dead... Curteasy. Both teams getting kind of checked there. So I think we're just going to back off real quick at the items. We're going to take a look here. Enchanted Talisman already locked in for Curteasy. You have also the Harness Strike available for Diablo. Side note, I'm glad that Paquito is being played here once again for this. We'll see if that actually is able to scale up really well. Because so far, EVOS Glory, I mean, across the board, like I said, Annabelle is going to be a big problem. They need to go ahead and shut him down. That could give NIP Flash the hope that they need, but already look at Annabelle waiting patiently. Brands is going to go ahead and push this in because at this point they want to start focusing on these turrets. They need to start getting a space. Diversion?
Oh, Annabelle leaves the bush just in time for the diversion to come through. Hades will go for Brands, forcing a flicker out, chasing him down, and will be able to take him down with the help of Curteasy. As Dreams walks up a bit too late, will get chunked as well. Now in his own jungle, Annabelle will be screened by JPL. They know how to try to manage this in the mid game. Even JPL now with the conceal up top. Dreams able to flicker out from that wild charge. Well played, but still for NIP Flash, it's a big win as they pick up a turret and a pick on Brands.
Yeah, good trades happening here. NIP Flash able to also get that first turret. They might rotate fast enough to go ahead and contest this turtle unless they stall it out. NFL not able to do too much damage to it just yet. Diversion comes in. Hades is the package.
Ooh.
They fight it out.
Spear of Alpha straight into Fluffy, forcing a Petrify defensively with a Fierce Dive as well. JPL doesn't have to wild charge. Dreams in the midst of it all, goes in for I'm offended, finds 3, but now the Netherrealm comes down for the side of EVOS Glory, granting them another HP bar as Annabelle goes for the Retribution, finds it, and now an all-out fight breaks out as Annabelle goes in with a Shadow Kill again on the JPL, taking him very low, the wild charge to chain him down, and now it's going to be Diablo who shuts him down with a knockout strike, picks up 2, and forces EVOS Glory back.
Massive pickup. Like we just mentioned, NIP Flash needs to shut down Annabelle. Oh, Brands won't land the shot. But NIP Flash, that's what they had. A diversion!
Diablo again with the help of the diversion! Now you see him, now you don't!
Shut down Annabelle, I said. Now they gotta shut down Diablo. Man, this is the Paquito once again into the meta, being played perfectly so far with this Louis. Looking at the replay here, it unfolded. Yeah, Diablo picks up the Skypiercer too. And you know, I heard the guys on the analyst stand mention this, and you're seeing it here. You thought Paquito had burst before?
Wow.
Look at him now.
They just got deleted.
He's putting that in his gloves, man.
The Singaporean Devil, man, on this Paquito. Full damage. As usual, you know, he wants to go for the full damage. The Glass Cannon. Vanix all alone in the bottom lane, but it doesn't even matter. Diablo up top. Styling on EVOS Glory at this point. Dodging away from the I'm offended. He might want to go for more here as Hades postures up as well.
Again.
Spear of Alpha onto Annabelle. Still able to dodge away with the Quad Shadow. Jumps back in. Now with a Shadow Kill. It's going to be a big shutdown. If he gets it, he finds it. The assassination out to Curteasy. Finding one last shuriken, but Curteasy gets the shielding. And Hades slashes him to 2. Dreams forced to flicker back. JPL doesn't have to wild charge. Has the barrier though. Will wall him away. And now it's going to be Vanix who slays him. But no, they give it over to Hades now. Brands can only just look for a trade in the mid lane.
All right, they're going to have to just put the pressure there. Let's try to stall JP out while they get that mid turret. It will finally go down, but they should just go ahead and disengage from this. NIP Flash really coming out with the team fights in their favor. And really, you know, it just looked like a moment where Annabelle's like, you know what, I just got to try to get this kill, try to make it work. But then they got sandwiched in, and now this gives NIP Flash an opportunity to start up the Lord here. I'm not sure if they fully commit. Diversion once again.
Oh.
The placement. They're going to spot this one out. Dragon form.
Like Dragon form. 4-man, I'm offended straight up. And now it's a Brands' damage. The wild charge stops him now. That's going to be Hades jumping to the back line. Finding the killing spree. Now the Shadow Kill onto JPL and Hades. Soaking in all this damage. Annabelle very low. Going to be caught by the Spear of Alpha as Hades claims the double. Fluffy on the chase.
Hades running away. Diablo in the bush going to be cancelled out. That recall. Dreams chasing him down as Diablo goes for a little bit more of that shielding, but Fluffy gets rid of him. It's a 3-for-2 in favor of EVO's Glory.
Talk about a game number 2 between these two teams. Really going for the points here to get that lead into the Group A. But right now, with Lord still up, no team for the taking just yet. They want to go ahead and get that upper hand. But even with the last exchange, you're really seeing, diversion can make or break games. You can use it to just surprise EVO's Glory here, but at the same time, you can get punished when it's spotted out. Oof, once again, we're able to kind of avoid that situation in the mid lane, but both teams still posting up, holding down this side of Lord, and even with items falling into place, Brands, you're going to have to keep an eye for him. He's already got that BOD, the Malefic Roar, working on the next here. Might go for a little defense too. Once again, they try a different spot. Diversion going to be used by NIP Flash. EVO's Glory, though, taking their time, really just letting Dreams play that front side, try to get the information. They at least hold on to the tier 1 turret too. But at one moment, they know the purple buff's up.
Hades goes for a speed up, almost straight into the yin-yang. Reaction, but they're unable to fight. Oh, Hades finds him when he gets through the quad shadow. Now the Mirror's Passion by Bren trying to melt them down, but JPL soaks it all in. Dreams losing immortality, flickers out to safety and doesn't get taken out with a fadeaway attacks from Vanix. Now Renner's Apathy connecting onto Vanix, getting him low, but he's still able to sustain a bit. Cortese with a diversion just to read it out, and Hades will be able to secure the Lord as Diablo stays up top to create that macro advantage.
Such a good usage of the diversion just to keep EVO's Glory hesitating. We're going to look at the replay here. Brand's placement, keep an eye on it. Able to really kind of fire off here, of course. Lay down that covering fire and keep this from just going all in favor of NIP Flash. They hold them back, but eventually they lose the Lord to it. And like you mentioned, Diablo on screen there. Great push by him. So EVO's Glory now finding themselves on the defense. NIP Flash, everything falling into place for him, and I think that's going to be a BOD being picked up next by Diablo. Already has the 2 items.
Wow.
Really, that makes him hurt. But once he gets that BOD, that's going to be really tough, unless he also goes Malefic Roar available. But they hold on to it. EVO's Glory on the defense, holding this Lord the best they can. But clear it out. Dragon Form going to be used.
I'm offended, used up as well. Annabelle picks up the BOD. Meanwhile, up top, it's Diablo, who's getting rid of the tier 2. Still for NIP Flash, playing it very, very slow. Trying to go for some of these turrets again as they get rid. Diversion back, JPL! No! With the wild charge, only flickers out of Brands, but a yin-yang reaction connects. That could have been massive, Naisu! But, oh man, you hate to see it.
You hate to see it, but sometimes that's how the cookie crumbles for JPL. EVO's Glory, though, will be able to buy some more time in the game. Again, it's relatively even. It's nothing too out of scale for EVO's Glory to come back to. So with moments like that, NMP Flash could possibly lose a game in an exchange that doesn't go in their favor. With it trying to set things up, they find themselves out of check once again. But for EVO's Glory, with the lineup that they have, at this point, Annabelle has to be a lot more crucial in these entry points with the Hayabusa pick. We know this is just the nature of these assassins that come up. And same can be said, I mean, Alpha to an extent. Once you get towards this mid to late game transition, you're into the late game, the damage that he has in the early game falls off a little bit at this point. So with EVO's Glory, obviously the timings, utilizing that Netherrealm is going to be clutch. Counterplaying these diversions is also important. They've been able to do that relatively well, but every single time the buffs come up here, the purple buffs come up, that's the play from NIP Flash, and right now they're going to go ahead and set things up with this. EVO's Glory really just kind of has to take things slow, until that Lord comes up, until they know that NIP Flash is going to rotate towards it. They're kind of stuck on this side of the map, on this side of the base.
Man, Naisu, you move on real quick. I'm still on that play, man. I'm still on that JPL play. It looks so good with a diversion too, and now JPL might be pulled back. Still has the power of nature though. But you're right, for both these teams, they're going to reset once again. They're going to play with the Lord. And unfortunately for NIP Flash, they weren't able to get the maximum value out of that first Lord. You would want to go for all the tier 2s at this point of the game, but they still have enough prio, enough control over the map to go for the Lord uncontested, it seems. EVO's Glory, they don't have a chance at contesting this. Even with the Black Dragon form, perhaps they might be looking for a fight, but Fluffy just gets chunked. and NIP Flash to say hello to that flying dragon.
It was questionable. I mean, the EVOS Glory, I guess they wanted the information from them, but they're way too late. So once again, diversion going to be used on this side of the map. EVOS Glory trying to hold down as long as they can, but they will eventually lose this tier 2 in the mid lane. Real quick, we look to see if their items are falling into place for a successful defense. Like we said, Brands could pop off here a little bit. He's got the Blade of Heptases now available to him, plus the Malefic Roar. Got a little bit of defense with the Wind of Nature available. But interesting, look at all the Winter's Crowns.
Wow, 3 for NIP Flash.
They are looking for the play, because once they go in, use that active, that can buy them enough time, especially when it comes to the base siege here against EVOS Glory, and even help with dealing with Annabelle. It could possibly just negate that shadow kill damage coming through and getting those procs off. So this makes it even more difficult now for Annabelle to play into this. Once this siege starts up, Lord is nearly there. That base turret holds on to just a little bit of health. It's going to lose it once that charge comes through. You can already see NIP Flash getting ready. Knock here, diversion.
Really good waves right now. Annabelle going to be spotted out and with the diversion. They assassinate the assassin. Clockhood wasn't even able to react in fast enough. Now Hades in the back line getting rid of the Netherrealm as Clockhood will be flickered forward. Diablo now with Winter's Crown still able to sustain just a bit as I'm offended. Pulls JPL back into the Nibiru's Passion. Dreams finding the kill back. Brand's going to be caught in the yin-yang reaction once again as Black Dragon will be used, but the Spear of Alpha jumps into the back now with the Winter Crowns popped in by Hades, by Kurt, by Phoenix. They'll just go straight for the base and they equalize the best of 2. It's 1-1.
And NIP Flash will get the win that they need to stay alive even further here through Group A. 2 matches down already for the day. Still 2 left to go. Where will the fates fall for these teams? As man, it's gonna be a close one. I mean, what we're seeing here already, just in these 2 matches, things can really come down to the wire between all the teams for Group A. But man, what a performance here! And it stays at 100% win rate for this Luoyi. Who is gonna take Luoyi down? Is this the new rise of a hero that is just 99% contention rate?
I think the analyst said it, right? If you leave the Luoyi open, that in itself is already a nightmare for you. You have to bat it out. 100% win rate, 8 matches now. This is the 8th game that the Luoyi has been played in. All the way from the wild card, it was 100% contention rate as well. The fact that we see it picked up so much, Prio, and it's still finding this much success despite the nerfs. You were talking about it as well. The diversion got nerfed, now a longer duration on that cooldown. But these players find a way to still utilize it so well. And I think here we get the ultimate use of the Winter Crown as well. They were able to delay so many of these team fights, basically forcing the pace to be kind of awkward for EVOS Glory. They want to layer, but how do they layer when people just get untargetable for a certain period of time with the Winter Crown? But even Hades, shout out to him, right? Amazing performance, was able to outfarm Annabelle even on a pick like this. An Alpha, fun fact, it's actually a prio pick for Annabelle usually, but now it's Hades who takes it away from him.
Yeah, I think it's a great job that they were able to take that away and work it out with the lineup that they had here. You know, in a little bit, we'll get to hear exactly how the game plan fell into place again. We're going to throw it over to stage. This is Mirko and Naisu. Let's hear to the stage.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, after an intense best of 2 between EVOS Glory and NIP Flash. And here we have Annabelle, and honestly, we have a lot of questions for you. Your performance so far in the tournament has been very impressive.